You hate your job. You feel stuck in a relationship. Your responsibilities are heavy. The world around you won't stop pressing in. And yet, somehow, people keep saying, you just need to find peace within. But how? How can you feel free when nothing in your life feels right? Welcome to True Stoic Mindset. Let's face the truth. Some things in life you can't change right now. Not immediately. Not without consequences you're not ready to face. But here's the question that could change your life. What if freedom doesn't come from changing your life, but from changing how you live it? Most people spend their whole life waiting. Waiting for the perfect job. Waiting for the toxic person to leave. Waiting for peace to arrive once everything is finally right. But Stoicism offers a brutal, liberating truth. You don't have to wait. Because inner freedom is not a future reward. It's a present decision. It's the moment you stop needing the world to bend and start standing straight within yourself. This video is not about motivation. It's about liberation from the belief that your peace depends on your environment. Because it doesn't. And if you stay with me, I'll show you how to unlock inner freedom. Without changing your job, your city, your relationship, or even your past. Just one thing has to change. The way you see. The way you respond. The way you live. Let's begin. What is inner freedom really? Most people misunderstand freedom. They think it means doing whatever you want. No bosses. No rules. No limits. But that's not freedom. That's indulgence. And often, it leads to chaos. True inner freedom is something deeper, quieter, and far more powerful. Inner freedom is the ability to remain at peace, even when life doesn't go your way. It's not the absence of pain. It's the absence of slavery to pain. It's not, everything feels good. It's, even when it doesn't, I stay grounded. Let's put it plainly. Inner freedom means your emotional state is no longer held hostage by traffic, criticism, rejection, or failure. It means you don't need life to be fair, for you to act with dignity. You don't need others to behave, for you to stay calm. You don't need everything to go right, for you to stay right inside yourself. Epictetus said, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things beyond our control. He wasn't just giving advice. He was a slave, literally. And yet, he called himself free. Why? Because no one else owned his mind. Not his master. Not his pain. Not the past. Not fear of the future. He owned himself. And that's what you're here to reclaim. Not the life you wish you had, but the strength to live this one, with clarity, peace, and unshakable presence. That's real freedom. And no one can give it to you. But no one can take it away either. Why most people never reach inner freedom? If inner freedom is so powerful, why do so few people ever taste it? Because most are trapped in a lie. A subtle, seductive lie that sounds like this. When my life changes, then I'll be free. When I quit this job, then I'll be happy. When I find the right person, then I'll feel whole. When I make more money, then I'll stop worrying. But what happens? They change jobs, and stress follows them. They meet someone new, and fear of rejection returns. They earn more, and anxiety just wears better clothes. Why? Because nothing changed inside. People wait for freedom. The same way they wait for perfect weather. Not realizing they're carrying the storm within. They blame their job, their past, their partner. And yes, those things can be hard. But as long as your peace depends on them, you'll never be free. You'll always be negotiating with the world. Please be nice to me, so I can be okay. That's not freedom. That's emotional slavery. The Stoics knew this. They didn't teach, escape your circumstances. They taught, escape your false beliefs about your circumstances. Because most suffering isn't from what is, but from how we think it should be. Freedom begins, not when the pain ends, but when you stop needing it to. So ask yourself honestly, what am I waiting for before I allow myself to feel free? That answer? That's your cage. And once you see the cage, you can begin to step out of it. What inner freedom means in Stoicism. To the Stoics, freedom wasn't about breaking chains. It was about breaking illusions. Not freedom from responsibility, but freedom within it. Not freedom to do anything, but freedom from being controlled by anything. So what is inner freedom in Stoicism? It's the ability to stand firm while everything around you moves. To feel emotion, but not be owned by it. To witness chaos, and still choose clarity. It's when your child screams, your boss criticizes, your plans fall apart, and instead of reacting like a puppet, you pause, you breathe, you choose, not what feels good, but what aligns with who you are. Stoic freedom begins the moment you realize nothing outside of you can truly harm you, unless you hand over your mind. That's why Epictetus, though a slave, was freer than most rulers. He said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Freedom wasn't where he lived. It was how he lived. True inner freedom is this. You no longer chase what you don't control. You no longer resist what must be endured. You no longer beg the world to give you peace, because you bring peace to the world. It's not about having more options. It's about needing fewer. Not about adding power, but removing dependency. And when you reach this space, you'll realize you were never trapped by your job, your past, or your pain. You were trapped by your belief that they defined you. Let go of that belief, and no cage remains. 3 specific steps to unlock inner freedom without changing your life. Inner freedom isn't mystical. It's practical. And it begins with awareness, choice, and presence. You don't need to escape your job, partner, or city. You just need to escape your patterns. Here are 3 simple but powerful steps to begin. Step 1. Notice your automatic reactions. Every day, things trigger you. An email, a tone of voice, a delay. And before you even think, your body tightens, your mind spins, your words react. This is where your cage begins. But the moment you notice it, you create space. Try this practice. When emotion arises, say silently, "I am not this emotion. I am observing it." This single sentence creates distance between you and the feeling. It doesn't suppress the feeling. It sets you free from becoming it. Freedom begins with the witness. Step 2. Apply the Stoic filter. Is this within my control? Before you spiral, pause and ask, can I control this? If yes, take focused action. If no, let it go and focus inward. This question is deceptively simple, but it's a mental sword cutting through chaos. Traffic, gossip, opinions, outcomes beyond your control. Your thoughts, effort, values, fully yours. Write this down. Memorize it. Use it daily. This is the Stoic shield. Step 3. Practice presence inside discomfort. We all want to run from pain. We scroll, eat, talk, or numb it away. But the Stoic path teaches, sit with the storm. Don't run. Don't fix. Just stay. When anxiety rises, breathe. When irritation shows up, feel it, don't feed it. Because freedom isn't found after the discomfort. It's found in it. The moment you stop resisting discomfort, it stops owning you. And in that stillness, you step into real power. Write these 3 steps down. Practice them today. Don't wait for life to change. Because the moment you apply them, you change. And that's where freedom lives. The story, Freedom Inside the Chains. Picture this. One man sits in a palace. Gold on his wrist. Power at his command. But inside? He's anxious. Reactive. Chained by fear of losing it all. Another man sits in a prison cell. Scarred. Forgotten. No possessions. But his mind? Still. Clear. Unshakable. Which one is truly free? That's not a riddle. It's real. The second man could be Epictetus. Born a slave. Beaten. Mocked. Silenced. But inside untouched. Because he understood the truth. They can chain my body, but not my judgment. Not my response. Not my peace. Today, many of us have freedom on paper, but none in spirit. We scroll obsessively. We argue over every opinion. We panic when things don't go as planned. We wear nice clothes, live in modern homes, but serve emotions like obedient slaves. We're not free. We're just distracted. True freedom isn't about mobility. It's about stability. Not about moving anywhere, but standing firm everywhere. Because the man who owns his reactions owns himself. The world may never understand this kind of freedom, but you can live it, starting not with escape, but with awareness. Not by breaking outer chains, but by refusing inner ones. And that is how you reclaim your mind. Inner freedom needs no permission. You don't need a new job to be free. You don't need more time, more money, or the perfect moment. You just need to stop waiting. Because freedom isn't something the world gives you. It's something you remember is already yours. Right here. Right now. Inside the life you're living. Inner freedom doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't beg for conditions to be right. It rises when you stop blaming. When you stop escaping. When you start owning your thoughts. Your presence. Your breath. Maybe you're tired. Maybe life feels heavy. Maybe everything around you says, you're not free. But here's the truth the Stoics lived by. You may not control what happens, but you control what happens next, inside you. And if you do that, no one can take your peace. So if this message stirred something in you, if a part of you whispered, yes, this is the way, then trust it. This is your path. Follow True Stoic Mindset. For more reminders of who you are, and who you're becoming. Like this video if it brought you clarity. Tap the bell so you never miss what matters. And comment below. What's one thing in your life you can't change, but can find peace with starting today? Let's build inner freedom, together.